Welcome back to 171-pound finals, the 2016 Grappler Fall Classic. 4 matches left, and we'll start with 171 pounds. Collin, Lieber, and Zach Braunagel, Michigan and Illinois. Who are you taking in this one?
I don't know. I think it's a toss-up. I think both these guys are pretty tough upper weights. I haven't watched a ton of Braunagel. I know Lieber is tough. He's been second in the state twice, third as well, and he's placed at this tournament twice the past 2 years. Braunagel was 5th in Illinois. That was at 170 pounds. He was 5th at the Cadet Freestyle Nationals, and he was a runner-up at the NHSCA Sophomore Nationals. So I think both these guys are pretty accomplished, and I think it's going to be a good battle out there.
2 minutes on the clock. Wrestlers shake hands, and the action begins at 171.
There's some good offense, a re-attack pick by Braunagel. Lieber's trying to switch into him, but Braunagel gets the takedown.
And that tight waist is just getting deeper and deeper every time he sits. Tightening up that tight waist. Staying under the arms is going to be key here on top for Braunagel. Lieber is just trying to switch all day.
Nice job by Lieber. He's got some really good movement on bottom. So, you know, if that's the case, it's typically you're not too worried about what happens on your feet because you know you're going to get out right away, and it really opens up your offense.
That's something I learned late in my career. I wish I would have figured that out earlier, and cutting weight. And it's not that hard. You don't have to starve yourself. You can actually eat good food and be smart about it. Beautiful
Nice double.
lift.
No points, though. Wow.
2-1 is the score. 41 seconds left. Braunagel leads 27 seconds on the riding time, so that's currently not a factor.
2-on-1 pull down. A lot of offense from Braunagel from a lot of different ties. He's got a twin brother up here, I believe, too, Danny. They almost have identical accomplishments placed at Fargo. I think the same placing in the state tournament. I think the same placing at the sophomore nationals. Same last name. 2-1 Braunagel after 1.
Jeez. We're losing it. It's been a long day. 10:50 Eastern Standard Time here. Battle Creek, Michigan.
There's that switch again by Lieber.
This time he steps over. Great action from the bottom. So Lieber, 3 points from the bottom position, taking the 3-2 lead.
Yeah, just what we talked about last period, that motion on bottom. That's a great tool, especially at the next level.
Now looking to throw that left leg in, switches to a power half, and Braunagel sits into it.
He's going to extend here. If he can get that right leg on top.
Yeah. That's impressive. I don't know if that's the strength of Lieber, or was that just Braunagel falling into bad position?
I think it was a little bit of both. I think he just took advantage of the position he was in, and a long guy like him, if you get those legs in there, it's easy to get some back points there. But Braunagel right back on the attack, 6-5. I think this is going to be a shootout.
Riding that inside wrist is...
So he can get back points here. He's got a foot in bounds, but just doesn't get enough of that shoulder exposed. Contemplating going on his feet is Braunagel. He's got 38 seconds.
He's been dominant on his feet up to this point. Able to pick up points, and he's been getting in trouble, which it's smart that he wanted to.
Yeah, I think you just let him go there, right? You don't want to put yourself in that spot. You got 25 seconds left to see if he can get a takedown before the end of the period.
And at this point, it's just focusing on getting to your offense, staying to your offense, but when you get your takedowns, give up one before you give up two if you have to.
Right, and he's got to get to either that double again or a head inside, because Lieber's trying to sit the corner. He's going to a switch just from standing anytime that head goes outside. So there he is on that double.
Hey, listen.
Right, I think he heard me. I think he heard me. He's going right back up on his feet.
Smart wrestling. Expect him to get back to that double leg. We've seen success.
Yeah, he's pretty explosive from there. You know, anytime he can fire that off, especially on a taller guy, that's kind of an easier target to shoot a double on.
There's someone here that you think raised their stock in front of the college coaches, someone that wasn't really being highly recruited up to this point, that you would say, I'm impressed with him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know a lot of the people's recruiting situations and, you know, who's on who and whatnot, but I think probably Yinger. I think that was a great tournament from him. Certainly Champaign winning this thing after taking second in Illinois. I think that probably helps to boost where he's at. Anytime you lay it on the line against good guys, it's only going to help. So as Braunagel gets to a suck back, I don't think he broke 45, but he's building some riding time here. So with just a 1-point lead, that's going to help as the third period comes to a close.
I've been impressed with him. Very impressed. Composed.
You'd like his twin brother, I think.
Yeah. Composed. He's clearly he's a smart kid, educated on the mat, knowing the situations that he's in, continuing to attack. Did get himself in some trouble, but never panicked. Continued to stay after it, keeping the goal in mind. So
and you see he figured out that head outside situation. He almost went there and knew that he couldn't. As he just punches to a single, gets that takedown. Riding time is locked. He's got a 3-point lead.
15 seconds left. Illinois is going to have theirself a champion at 171 pounds here at the Grappler Fall Classic. Zach Braunagel of Illinois takes the crown. 189 coming up next.